All right, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I know it's been a little minute since I done dropped like a little regular video. Just been busy, man. As of right now, we made $327 for the day. And yes, I'm gonna show y'all live account. Right. So yeah. Um, Let me show y'all what we're doing for the month. Right. This is what we're doing for the month. For the last 30 days, I've already done made some withdrawals, and I've also just continued to grow this account. I just be hopping on every day. Um, Honestly, going for like small little base hits, man. Get you $20 here, not $20. Get you $200 here. Next day, get you get you $300, $400. Get out the next day. You know what I'm saying? I honestly been trying to shoot for an average of like 2 to 3 a day, but some days are better than others, and you'll get a $600 day, $800 day, a $900 day, and you just shoot. I don't know, man. It's been a great month, man. Honestly, base hits been hitting. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Just take a screenshot and save that and put it in the Discord real quick so we can go check out the Discord. Boom. All right, y'all. So let's go check out the Discord. But yeah, today was simple, bro. We just, higher time frame direction, smaller time frame, breaker structures and continuations, man. Retest, fair value gaps, stuff like that. Fibonacci impulse moves, new fresh highs, lows. Um, Shoot, it's been easy, bro. This was a few days ago. This was a beautiful setup, but like I be intending to take it all the way to the 87, but you know, I like to trail my stops, and I'll get out. This ended up falling back down, and if I would have had never moved my stops and stuff like that, um, we would have lost this trade actually. But I like to do 1 to 3s, and when you're at like a 1 to 2, bro, there's no way you're halfway, more than halfway to your TP, right? And you gonna let this bitch come back and stop you out? Like, nah, bro. So we caught that beautiful rejection. That was earlier this week. Um, few setups and stuff like that. But as of right now, let's go check out what I just sent. So here we go. For the last 30 days, man, we have profited $3,000. I only deposited like $1,500, right? I've already withdrew that more than that back, right? So I got my initial investment back, and we've been able to double it, triple it. You know what I'm saying? So um, again, I've just been getting base hits. Here goes. I think it was like 2 3 days ago when I took a withdrawal and stuff. And I just been keeping updates on the accounts and stuff like that. But um, I think here's another one, right? So yeah, these are just little updates throughout the last, 2 weeks. What I've been doing. The money that I ended up taking out, I ended up putting into a Kraken account and just buying some cryptos and stuff like that. And just letting that do some passive stuff. But all this came from 150K Top Step account. Dead ass. 150K Top Step account. I done got multiple payouts with that 150K. Um, right before I got the last, so I pulled out like 5 grand from Top Step in 1 month doing a 50K account, right? Um, I took that 5 grand, and then y'all see what I did, deposited 1,500 into an actual live account, right? And then from there we just been running it up. So um yeah, that's literally, I've done all this in 1 month. I made 5 grand with Top Step, and then I fuck around and made another three off of my own personal account, right? And I kind of like personal accounts because you really don't have to sit here and worry about the 5 winning days and cause not every day is a trading day, and when you on them funded accounts and stuff like that, it's a little bit more pressure. I feel like it's easy for me to sit here and trade my own personal accounts, especially with this broker that I got that allows the MT5 still. So pretty smooth, man. Pretty smooth, man. But again, yeah, we done made like 8 grand this month. Um, and it all started from 150K, right? That's funded this whole month. Moving on to next month. Um, who knows? I might maybe go get two accounts, and try to get two accounts funded for next month. Um, During that process, I'll be taking the same trades that I'm doing on my Top Step accounts with my live accounts on my phone at the same time. Just the only thing is just be patient. Don't overdo yourself. Scaling up, you know what I'm saying? As the account gets bigger, the percentages that I'm going to be risking are is going to be the same. Um, but as the accounts grow, you know what I'm saying, those percentages, the dollar amount changes, the percentages don't, right? And this is one thing that I be trying to get people to understand, especially when they are new or you know, kind of just maybe been in the industry for a year or two. Um, is stop paying attention to dollar signs, man. That shit don't matter, right? That shit come with the game. And I know you guys have heard, if you're just trying to make money, quick money, and if you're just worried about money and woo woo, everything gonna go down the drain, right? So if you just focus on, mastering your craft, getting these A+ setups, getting these perfect entries, right? And from there, the money comes, right? Just master the entries, bro. Sniper entries, all you know what I'm saying. Perfect reversal moments. If you can master those moments, right, money come with it, bro. Um, you can sit here and anybody can get lucky. One funded account or max allocation with Top Step, get their first 50, 20K month. You know what I'm saying? So um, the numbers don't change, right? One thing that has gotten me to this level, and if I'm being real, is back in the day when I first was trying to learn this, right? And I started in 2018, right? Back when trading wasn't cool. Back when you type in trading or forex on YouTube back then, it's hardly any content creators and it's hardly any videos compared to nowadays, right? So I went through a lot of trial and error, a lot of self-taught stuff. Um, I ain't gonna lie, if y'all be watching the way I trade and y'all be watching like my fib on the charts right now, it's not like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I like being different. You know what I'm saying? If 90% of y'all are fucking failing and aren't getting payouts and are, you know what I'm saying? It's probably because 90% of y'all are copy and pasting and doing the same shit that you seen the last person do. And 90% of that shit on YouTube is trash. And you know what I'm saying? If it all looks alike, if more if more than half of all the shit that looks alike is failing, then what is that other 10%? What does that other 10% look like? You know what I'm saying? If 90% of traders are failing and 90% of, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like I think I created a way of being that 10% because I'm unorthodox. I don't trade. I don't, enter with the same knowledge that you done picked up off of watching 5 different content creators. Like, no, I done created my own system. I mastered my own, craft, and to my own understanding, my own knowledge. Certain strategies might work for you and your guru or your mentor, and I fuck around back in the day, try to try to copy and do that exact same thing, and it just don't work for me. So it's like, what work for you might not work for me, and what work for me might not work for you. What I'm noticing this trading stuff is, man, this is art, and not everybody's art is the same. As far as like the charts, not everybody's charts are the same. So um trading, you can learn from just paying attention, getting inside the mindset and the head frame of traders. And over the years, what I've been able to do is just get a certain amount of traders or mentors or gurus knowledge, and with experience added in this too over the years, create my own little, you know what I'm saying, my own little way of doing this. So um once I sat here and started worrying about percentages instead of dollar amounts, right? um I got real good at flipping $100 to 1,000, right? And it took some years to be able to like master that. But if you can do that, you become very good at it. There's no difference between the percentages as far as 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000. It's all the same. It's all the same 1 through 10 counting. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, if you're gonna risk 10% of 100, you know what I'm saying, 10% of 1,000 is kind of the same as 10% as percentage wise to 100. The only thing that changes is what is 10% of 100, what is 10% of 1,000. You get what I'm saying, like that. So if you can sit here and turn $100 into 1,000, right, and you can master the percentage games, which, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the percentage talk, I'm a nerd. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll sit here and get into um when you talk about 1 to 3s, right? You got 17%. And if you do 1 to 3, that's 50% every time you get a win. If you do 34, that's 100% every time you get a win. If you do, well, we're not gonna go any farther than that because I'm just, again, the when I stopped sitting here and trying to worry about money, and I started focusing on the percentages, right? Um, that's when everything started flowing for me. So I guess I'm gonna just give out some sauce right now. 17%, no, 8.5. Basically, you round that up. 9% or 17% is what I enter on my accounts every day, right? Now, funded would be a little bit different, but because with a 50K or 100K, 1% is $500, or 100K, 1% is $1,000. Then you know what I'm saying. That's kind of understandable. But like when you sitting here growing an account from where I did, like from $1,000, um, you know, 1% ain't getting you nowhere, bro. 1% of $1,000, you ain't. So my sweet spot, what I'm able to lock my phone, walk away, and go do what I need to for the day. Um, it's right at that. I'm either doing like 8, 9% if I'm not that confident, and if I'm in like a scalping mood, you know what I'm saying. Um, Another thing is 17%, and I use 17% for like my A+ setups that I know hit every day, cause I'm about to knock down this 1 to 3 quick. Um, and I'm about to get 50% of the account every time I do that. You know what I'm saying? In a way, maybe it don't always get 1 to 3s, right? But when you master your entries and you understand your setups, even if I only get a 1 to 1, um, I'm not finna lose too much, right? Cause I'll sit here and trail my stops, right? And then if I get stopped out, I'll enter on a smaller position with the profits, risking the profits. And I'll do that a lot. A lot of traders ain't gonna sit here and talk to you about that shit, but risk your profits. You know what I'm saying? If I just made, I was shooting for a $200, $300 day, and I fuck around and just made a $400, $500 day, and then there's still some setups coming like the very next day or the same session or the like very close, a lot of volume, a lot of action, a lot of movement within a few days, within a week, or a lot of news going on, a lot of volatility and shit like that. You know what I'm saying, bro? I will sit here and risk my profits, and a lot of times my account will never go down because I'm not risking that. I'm not risking what is, if I put 1,400 in the first few trades, I'm scalping. I'm scalping $50 here, $60 here, $100 there. So the next day, when I come back, I got $165. Now I'm about to risk that whole 165 on a trade. Now 1 to 3. Now when I win that, I'm up $300-400. Keep scalping. Keep, if it blows past your stop loss, milk it. I mean, not your stop, your take profit, milk it, or you know what I'm saying. Just, it's a lot of ways we can get into this, bro. But the art of this, man, this ain't for everybody, bro. You gotta love it, bro. You gotta love it, man. A lot of times I will get multiple entries too, because look, it'll, like, let's say I bought down here initially, right? Okay, cool. I'll sit here and add positions and take positions as it's going up, scalping, bro, scalping. Once I see a certain momentum, once I see breaks and structures, once I see um that we continue to break structures, yeah, you can keep entering and ride that bitch up all the way, and then a lot of times it'll come back, and you can re-enter and re-scalp, and these are quick, and I do this all on every time frames. I'll even do this on higher time frames. Like right now, I'm waiting on GBP USD, and this is a 4 hour trade. So what I kind of like about having my own live account also is, man, I'm able to see my setup because these setups are fractal, right? These happen on the same thing. Market structure happens on every time frame, right? So I might see an A plus setup on the 4 hour. Okay, well, I know I'm more likely to be a swinger with this trade setup. You know what I'm saying? I might be in this position 2 3 days. Um, I might see a setup on the 15 minute. Okay, I know I'm probably gonna be some intraday. You know what I'm saying? Or the hour. I might have a setup on the 5 minute or the 1 minute. Okay, yeah, I know this setup more probably gonna be more like a scalping. See, we gonna be in and out. We gonna be done in, shoot, the gold trade, 2 trades in under what? This like an hour, and let's say an hour going back down. When was this? I don't know. It's not saying, but you know, we done for the day. $330 something in 2 hours. You know what I'm saying, I started trading at like 6. It's like 7 something now. So it's just like I don't have a bias walking into my days. Um, Whatever opportunity I see, by just understanding my edge, understanding market structure, understanding that everything's fractal, and just being patient and waiting. You might get 5 minute setups, 15 minute setups, 1 hour setups, 2 hour setups, daily setups. Just don't have a bias on, oh yeah, I'm a scalper, I'm an intraday, I'm a swing trade. Like, man, know your model, know your edge, man. Know your you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, bro, know how learn to trust your edge too. But hey man, I'm out. I know I was kind of all over the place, but I ain't really. It was just an update, bro. Shoot, got a car yesterday. Got another car. um, got another phone this week. I don't know where my other phone, but bro, yeah, we just been splurging, bro. Got a baby on the way, so uh, we gonna give praise to God, man, and thank Him for everything that He's been doing before we end this. God is good. He's been taking care of me and mine, and we can continue to praise Him and give Him thanks and give Him the glory that He deserves, man. Again, I might have something for the future, but as of right now, I'm still private, man. I'm just updating the community and putting something new out on YouTube that Ain't like all them other fucking traders, bro. But hey, I love y'all. I'm out.